Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Public Nuisance Podcast. I'm here with Rising Sun, my man Levi, Ezra, and Benton, right? So, how's it been? You guys just came off stage, dude. That was fucking fantastic, dude. That was great. Thank you guys, man, for sharing your talents here. I love you guys, man. But Levi, man, great front man, dude. Great front man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having us
I
tonight,
love watching
man.
you every time, man. Ever since we first saw you with the Free Love Project.
Oh yeah, my brothers. Yep.
Yeah, and you came up.
Zorba, everybody, respect.
Damn.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about Rising Sun, man.
Man, this is a crew that these are like real brothers to me. That I've known these brothers for many years. We've been making music together. Started out making music in his garage in his little shack out there in what was that, man? Oakview, out there in Oakview. We made the first record called Take Root, and we just had a little 16-track recorder that we just used to get together and translate sounds onto, and hope that somebody would listen. And now, yet all these years later, somebody's still listening to it. So, and we're still down to play anywhere, anytime, and put it down for life, for love, and out of respect, man. You guys know how to run something without giving into the system, So that's one thing that we did with Rising Sun, is that we released everything independently. We didn't give in to people telling us what to release or how to say it or how to do this or what kind of trends to follow or what have you. We just did real music from the heart and put out a couple records, and yeah, here we are.
Man, you guys, there's so much talent in the band. Just while you watch every one of you guys. I was up there doing the video for your video. I was up there filming, and just so much talent everywhere. It's just like incredible watching you guys play. You guys pack the house every time too. Every time, man, pack the house.
The people are enjoying it tonight. Pato's here, so if we got good company, then people are going to enjoy it and have a good time. And especially in a venue like this, where people can just feel free to do what they want and to feel how they want, dress how they want. Nobody's telling them what to do. Man, Matt, you always been bringing it like that. And this was one of the first places we played after the whole thing was shut down for a little while, and I wasn't sure what form live music would take. A lot of us were kind of uncertain about that. And you opened up a lane for everybody to just freely create and just to bring whatever it was. We just threw something together. It's like, oh, okay, let's do that. And Matt's down for it.
I'd like to take all the credit for it, but my man Ezra right here, Ezra's a huge force in that, because Ezra came to me and he said, man, let's do some shows. And he's the heart and soul of it. I just got the place, you know what I mean? And he started bringing it, and just the combination together, man, worked out. It was just
you.
During COVID, everybody, man, we're playing.
No, I just helped. I just added to it. And thank you, because the one thing I was like, hey, I got this death metal band. They might put blood on them or something, and most times the venue is like, but will they be fighting in the crowd? Or, you're like, hell yeah, let's do it. I'm like, really? Yeah. So you were just down from the gate, just to kind of let people express themselves with art and any music and genre, whatever. And I love that.
Let it roll, right?
I think you learned from Gigi Allen or something like that.
Just the punk bands and the reggae bands and the death metal bands. It was great.
So Ben, man, give me a little history about you, brother.
Man, I've been around a long time. Born and raised here in the 805 Ventura, particularly. I started playing with Levi back in 2003, and then I left the country for 8 years almost. And I took another little hiatus recently, and it's just interesting how things come full circle. And even me and you met during the time when everybody was shut down, stay in your houses. And you're like, nah, F that, we're going to play music, and we're going to still have a good time, and you can't tell us what to do. And that's why I got my shirt on right here, too, I love that, the public nuisance. Because during COVID, I was still doing what I wanted to do, and people was calling the cops on me for nothing. I picked up public nuisance charges, and then I seen you doing your thing. I'm like, man, I need one of those shirts. I got a target on my back, too.
Yeah, well, it was cool, though. During that time, when we'd have the shows, I would call down to the police station and, talk to the night watch or whatever and be like, hey, we're having a show. And they'd be like, all right, that's cool. The police weren't there to enforce it. You know what I mean? It was more like health department, stuff like that. And so, it'd be crowded here and packed, and they would send the police here. And then the cops would walk up, have a good time. And they go out their car, and they sit there and listen to live music.
They wish they were inside, is what it was.
It was really cool. So, it was just weird how that whole thing went down. But, so what's coming up for Rising Sun, man? What's new? What's your plans moving forward?
Wow, that's a great question. You know, more music is what I would say. I would say we've got a bunch of material that we recorded and then that we didn't record, and then new material that we haven't even touched on yet. And so I'm excited. I mean, Ezra and Philly, they've got a thing. I heard you all getting back together somehow, right? Lion City crew. Yeah, so maybe we can get the studio back together again and get in there and make some music.
Two new records.
I mean, you got the fucking best looking frontman fucking ever. You know, I'm not even gay, but I'm telling you what, this man's fucking good looking dude. You know what I'm saying? You got,
Who would? How much do you give me? How much money did you
lucky
give?
woman. You know what I mean?
Who's paying off Matt? Man. No, we are really going to focus on music and bringing something that is like from the heart, you know, and that that no matter if they try to shut it down, which they're not going to because nobody cares really, you know, except for the people that do care. And those are the people we're going to focus on, you know. We're going to focus on making music and vibing for people that are into it. And we're going to try to beat the AI. The AI thing is trying to come up too, so we got to beat that. Yeah. And so it's good to have kind of like a superhero focus where you can say we're going to do some kind of superhero type of thing where we're going to defeat the computers. I guess that's been and use them at the same time. So hopefully we can do like a reel to reel like you know, analog album. That would be my favorite thing to do. But I don't know. What do you think, Ezra? What's the future of Rising Sun?
I mean, I've always had the dream of since we've been together for 25 years. I'd like to do a remix on the Take Root album and release it on vinyl with the extra EP on it as well. That's one of my dreams.
You said you had a dream literally about
Yeah, I literally had a dream about it, and the album cover was the same cover but a different color. It was kind of weird, but the other thing I'd love to do is just record all the songs and maybe release them as a couple EPs or maybe 3 EPs or 2 full lengths, and hopefully just release it just to get it out. Maybe some singles, hopefully some videos, just to keep it fun and keep it going. And yeah, there's a lot of back catalog of some music that's wonderful that we need to put out because it's the times are calling for those old songs. I mean, old is a thing, but it's new to the new person, so it's not old at all.
We'll just have your release party here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good music too. We should have recorded that stuff even back then, but dang, it's so good. It's such a good record.
Well, I like to ask this question to like all the musicians that come through here, you know, because it's, you know, I get a different answer from everybody. You know, it's like, so, you know, what was that thing, you know, that inspired you to want to be a lead singer, to be a drummer, you know what I mean, to play on the keyboards? You know, what was the thing got you into music? What was it, you know, that we get all kinds of answers. Sometimes it's their mom, sometimes they have friends, sometimes they just watched MTV, you know, all kinds of crazy shit. But, you know, a band or just something, but something had to connect you to that music world, you know what I mean? So just, you know, and I think people out there, you know, they hear that, they get more of a personal touch with that, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to share that, man, that was, you know.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, music is something that is just so inspiring throughout my entire life, and really saved me from myself and from certain destruction. Really, you know, I could always count on music to lift me up in times that were tough, mentally, spiritually, even physically. I might do a workout or something to some music, you know, just make something up. And music itself is a workout, you know, when you're playing an instrument, especially.
So you were hitting jumping jacks out there earlier.
What is that?
Oh yeah, jumping jacks. I was like, well, yeah.
Workout tonight. Workout, yeah. But I grew up in Hawaii where reggae music. We just used to sit on the beach and play reggae music with ukulele and just, you know, or on the street corner in Makiki. We used to be on the corner of Respect to Makiki, the neighborhood of Makiki on Oahu, and we used to sit right out there in front of the liquor store and just sing songs. We sing, you know, kind of like an a cappella group. Me and my brother Patrick Dickinson and my brother Dean, shout out. And so it's like that was one of the first things. And then my brother Ryan Murakami, who is also known as Jagumbi, he gave me a mixtape one day with Hugh Mundell, Augustus Pablo, Delroy Wilson. It just had the hit after hit after hit of really good roots music, right? Because I was more into like punk rock, or we all were. All of us kids were into punk rock, stuff like that. A lot of Op Ivy, a lot of Bad Religion, stuff like that. So we knew that there was a revolution in music already.
Right,
you know?
right.
I knew that it was revolutionary already. And then when he hit me with the drum and bass of like Sly and Robbie and just the heavyweights, it just, my whole world changed. My thinking changed too, you know, because of the messages in the music. The message in the music was more positive, so it helped me to think of life more positively, you know, and that really saved me because I wasn't quite sure if life was that positive at one point in
But you
my
can feel that. You
teenage
can
years.
feel that energy coming off of you, man. As a front man, you can feel that positive like vibe coming. You know, it's just like everybody just all love, man. You know what I mean? You could be having a shitty ass day, and then you're like, "Fuck yeah, Levi, let's fucking roll." You know, you see it around the whole crowd. You see it, and it's
I had
not a
no,
lot of
I
people can
was
do
not
that.
going to be singing at all. That was not my thing. I used to play guitar, ukulele, like keyboards and stuff like that. A little bit of that. You know, I even wanted to do my own beats and stuff like that.
Stick to being a front man, dude.
And then all of a
you
sudden,
got it, bro.
I don't know who made me do this. It was probably Ezra.
So Ezra, what about you, man? What got you in? Well,
That
a little
might be a-
bit
that
of
might
history
be a
too
whole
about
nother-
Ezra. Ezra was a drummer for Bad Brains for what, 5-6 years.
HR, yeah.
Well, I drummed for HR. That was an amazing thing. Man, it's a whole nother podcast, probably, to be honest. I mean, somebody gave me some drumsticks I thought were interesting. I took them home, and because I had those drumsticks, some guy's like, "Hey, my mom's throwing away a drum set. You want it?" I'm like, "Okay." I didn't give a shit. I set them on all flat on the ground. I used to bang on them like just crazy. And then my mom kind of came home. We're like, "We're moving back to California from Reno," and she threw them away. But when we go to California, I'll buy you some new ones. She never did. I picked up some drums at a junkyard. And I just kept doing it. I had these sticks, and I saw some old friends on a bus, and they're like, "Hey, do you play music?" I'm like, "No, but I got some drumsticks." Like, "Well, come over to the house." And I started just playing it. Just instantly started playing in a band. I learned like 3 beats and just played in this speed metal band called Epidemic back in the '87 or something. And just Dysfunction was in the '90s, but I was not the original drummer of that, but we carried on that. Played reggae and punk, and I mean, there's so much to it.
You ever think that picking up those drumsticks, man, would take you all over fucking playing in different fucking
I mean,
vibes
I grew up
all over
around
the
music.
country?
My dad was a musician, and I didn't have this memory till later in life, where when they used to have a rehearsal space. I guess I had the memory later that I used to play on the drums, and I remember I used to try to set like, "Oh, they're coming up. I gotta put the sticks down." But my dad, like later in life's like, we knew we were playing because we could tell the seat was moved up and the sticks were not where they normally were. So I had drums always in my life, and there's a picture of me as a baby sitting on congas. So it's just always been a thing. My dad played in bands, and it's just been a thing my whole life. And
I know what your answer is going to be. The chicks.
You see how he's laughing? That's why I have the hair to run the chicks off. No, man, for me, music is the expression of all kinds of different feelings. In a lot of ways, like different types of art are as well. For me, it's music. I came to music at like 5 or 6, and one of the only regrets, really, actually, I have a few, but one of the bigger regrets I have in life is I was on the piano bench at like 5 and didn't really come back to keyboards until my 20s. And probably when I started playing with all y'all and kind of taught myself keyboards and realized that I really like this expression in the way of, you know, being able to convey these different messages. And that's one thing I love about Levi too, is the message in the music. And then sometimes it's not even the message, like you said, the vibes, like the way it feels, the way everybody's expressing themselves, the way the whole thing is affecting people, and then the give and take. It's like you can feel an interaction between people and the stage. Yeah. Sometimes even from your position, to put on the show, you have this whole kind of energy interaction going on between the stage and the crowd. And then too, even as we look at from the time when I met you back in COVID, when everyone was despairing and worried if they should stay in their house or not, to now with all the crazy stuff that's going on, there's one thing that's continuous is music. Yep. In all different walks of life, in all different times, from slavery to oppression to people struggling to people who are not struggling and partying and enjoying themselves, there's music.
Yep. Yeah, man, music, man. I don't know how to play an instrument. I can't sing. I can do anything, but you know, I can throw shows, and I love music and love all kinds of music. You know, and just, you know, for me, it's like my playlist goes from, you know, down tempo to everything, you know, rock to everything. You know what I mean? And yeah, Levi sent me a playlist. I can't wait to listen to that.
Oh, yeah.
Jam that shit. Yeah. But hey, man, Rising Sun, you guys came in here with Pato and killed it, and once again, man, I want to thank you guys seriously from Bottom Harbor for sharing your talents with everybody here, and bringing it here to my place, man. It means the world to me, and if you guys out there, if ever Rising Sun, you see him playing, just go watch it. I guarantee you 100% you will not be let down, and just support live music. And hey, man, thank you guys so much for coming out. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
We're on Instagram at Rising Sun Music, but it's Sun S-O-N, Rising Sun S-O-N Music on Instagram, or Spotify, Rising Sun Take Root, or Rising Sun Forward. That's the 2 albums we have on Spotify or iTunes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to hear us or support us or whatever.
But their live show, incredible. They're great, man, and so every time, just fantastic. So thank you guys so much, man.
Thank you,
I
Matt.
appreciate
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, brother. All right.